Welcome, I'm Todd Raffel with Eightfold.ai. We are a talent intelligence platform, and I'm here with Jennifer Jones Newbill. Jennifer Jones Newbill is with Dell Technologies. She's near Austin area, and she's been there about 17 years, 18 years, heads up university relations, university recruiting. Dell is has for some time been a very remote company. So that's not a huge change now, but there is a lot that is different now. One is college recruiting in general. Visiting campuses in person obviously is going to change dramatically, and she's thinking and talking about that. Is that right?
Yes. We've attended, when I say we, I mean all of our business groups across North America, whether it was an individual career fair at a school, or it was a coffee chat, or a Q&A session, or a networking session, in excess of 700 events this last school year. So we are very much, even though we're a remote company, when it comes to our employees, we're very much about getting in front of and engaging with the students face-to-face. So what we're going to be faced with is how we engage with students and show them our great personality, but doing it over video or virtually. And I think longer term, going into 2021, 2022, it'll help us maybe balance load the amount of time we do spend on campus, because we don't want to permanently give that up, but with a good mix of virtual sessions. So that's kind of looking out, past 12, 18 months from now.
I imagine particularly true if the students aren't even on campus, you have less of a reason to be on campus if they're not there, correct? We don't quite know yet, but certainly some places are doing that. The other thing you're thinking about and talking about is internships. I think you have 930 interns, and typically they went to Austin, and now they can be anywhere virtually. You have people from Puerto Rico interning, people from the US Virgin Islands, and you are doing some really interesting things with the way you're structuring your virtual internships. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so we created an agile approach to some of our intern groups where they can actually work in a cohort of anywhere from 5 to 8 people. And that way the interns aren't necessarily one-to-one with one manager and potentially working from home or wherever they're working and, running the risk of them feeling isolated. So from day one, they will be with a cohort or a group of half a dozen other students within their functional area. So they will be given a group or team project, and they will have what we're calling a Scrum Master. So that Scrum Master will be in contact with them almost daily, having huddles and, really tactical day-to-day, how do we move this big project along? And then each week, a sponsor or a project lead will join that Scrum Master and that cohort and provide feedback on the direction they're going in, so that over our 9-week internship period, we expect to see some pretty big shifts on some significant projects that we're excited about to have the interns work on.
Previously, the internships were 11 or 12 weeks?
Yes, traditionally, we've been pretty flexible in the past, like a lot of tech companies, where you can, depending on your not your graduation date, but when you take finals and when you finish your school year, as to when you start and to when you end. So typically we have a 3 or 4 week period where interns are starting every week, and usually around the end of May. And now we're all starting everybody June 1st, and we're ending everybody July 31st. So that's technically a 9-week period. So we compressed the program and sort of loosened up some of that flexibility, which we usually have, and just sort of had some guardrails put around the program, just to make sure that, again, if you're starting with a cohort, you're all starting on the same day. Yeah. It can be pretty awkward if you're starting with the cohort and your start date's a week or 2 later, then you have to play catch up. So we just wanted to put some structure around it.
Got it. Thank you. Again, This was Jennifer Jones Newbill from Dell Technologies.